Sir, very happy evening to all. Sir, in this slot, we are going to see how to solve the computation of total income question. This is a 15-mark area for examination, my dear lovable students. Sir, there is no doubt. I saw the question paper of the May, September, January. Even after 10 attempts also I saw the question paper. This is going to be the first question in the DT. 15-mark question. Sir, if you are not preparing the computation of total income for the any examination, that is a sin. Prepare computation of total income. Sir, from that I will give you how to prepare the computation of total income within, sir, by doing 4 questions. Can we? Shall we start the proceedings? Sir, very happy evening to all. We are going to solve, sir, illustration number 1 from the ICAI study material, computation of total income. Mr. A, aged 32 years. Age is important under the optional tax regime, irrelevant under the, is employed with XYZ Limited on a basic salary of 50,000 per month. So 50,000 into 12, 6 lakh will be the salary income. He has received transport allowance of 15,000 per month and HRA of 20,000 per month from the company for the previous year 24-25. He has paid rent of 25,000 per month for an accommodation in Delhi. Mr. A has paid interest of 2,10,000 for housing loan taken for the construction of his house in Mumbai. Construction of the house is completed on March 2025 and his parents live in that house. That means the property is a self-occupied property. Other information: contribution to PPF 1,50,000, contribution to pension scheme referred in 80CCD 50,000, payment of medical insurance for a premium for a father who is the age of 65, 55,000, payment of medical insurance premium for self and spouse 32,000. Compute the total income and tax liability of Mr. A for assessment year 25-26 in the most beneficial manner. If question is saying that in the most beneficial manner, you have to do under both the route. Sir, when you are doing answer computation of total income, first try to do the optional tax regime, then try to do the default tax regime. Right, sir? My dear lovable students, I am going to do with the, sir, first optional tax regime. Sir, computation of total income and tax liability of Mr. A for assessment year 25-26 under the default tax regime under 115 BAC. 2 routes are there. One is default tax regime and the, can I first try the, sir, optional tax regime first? Okay, this is optional tax regime. Just be with me, answer my question. First, under the head salary, what is the basic salary? Look at the question and tell me, what is the basic salary per month? 50,000 into 12, 6 lakh. Right, sir? The next allowance received from the employer to the employee is transport allowance. How much rupees per month? 15,000. So 15,000 into 12 comes to 1,80,000. This is the allowance. Right, sir? Sir, HRA received is 2,40,000 rupees. Right, sir? So 2,40,000 rupees HRA has been received by the employee from the employer. Sir, since this is what route? Optional tax regime, he is entitled to claim exemption under 1013A. And exemption under 1013A is fully taxable under the default tax regime. Sir, under section 1013A, least of the 3 is exempted. Rent paid in excess of 10% of salary, actual HRA received 50% of salary in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Calcutta, Delhi, Chennai, and 40% in other places. Comfortable? So I am going to calculate rent paid in excess of 10% of salary. In excess of? So there is a definition for salary. Salary means basic salary plus DA if provided in terms of employment plus commission as a fixed percentage of turnover. Right, sir? My dear lovable students, what is the basic salary? 6 lakh. Basic salary is 6 lakh plus DA if provided in terms of employment. DA way kadayad. Plus commission as a fixed percentage of turnover. There is no such concept. So 6 lakh is the salary for the purpose of HRA. Rent paid in excess of 10% of salary. So 10% of salary is equal to 6 lakh into 10%. Come to 60,000. Right? What is the monthly rent employee is paying? 25,000. Up 25,000 into 12 means total rent paid is 3 lakh. You have to take rent paid in excess of 10% of salary. What is the 10% of salary? 60,000. 60,000. What is the extra rent paid over and above 10% of salary? 2,40,000. Comfortable. Number 2, actual, sir, rent paid in excess of 10% of salary. Number 2, actual HRA received. What is the actual HRA received? 2,40,000. Sir, aduvave taniya match out the 2,40,000. Then 50% of salary in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Calcutta, Delhi, Chennai, and 40% in other places. Where this guy is situating? Delhi. So 50% of salary. Why, sir? Because in Delhi and all, cost of living is huge. That's why exemption is high, right, sir? We already calculated salary definition. 6 lakh into 50% comes to 3 lakh, my dear lovable students. That means the least of the 3 is 2,40,000, right, sir? How much HRA received? 2,40,000. Entire 2,40,000 is exempted under the dash tax regime, optional tax regime. So I have taken care with basic salary, transport allowance also I have taken care, right, sir? HRA also I have taken care. Sir, I am come up with a gross salary of 7,80,000. Comfortable? Less standard deduction under 16 subsection 1A. Understand one thing. Standard deduction can be claimed both under the default tax regime and also under the optional tax regime. But not the same amount. But not the same amount. Under the optional tax regime, we are entitled to claim only 50,000. Under the default tax regime, you can claim 75,000. Am I right? You will get taxable income from salary of 7,30,000. 7 lakh and? Are you really with me? That's it. The first head, income from salary, done. I am coming to income from house property. Sir, the property is a what property? Self-occupied property. Soap. From the soap, will rental income will come? No. GAV will be nil. Less LT bar MT you will pay, but that cannot be claimed as a deduction. So automatically NAV will be nil. Sir, since the NAV is nil, 30% NAV cannot be claimed as a deduction. But I can claim 24B only under the optional tax regime, not under the default tax regime. That's what deduction under 24B for interest on what loan? Sir, what is the interest he has paid? 2,10,000. But that will be restricted to how much lakh? 2 lakh. Because there are two limits are there. Either 30,000 rupees or 2 lakh as the... In order to claim higher limit of 2 lakh, assessee should satisfy 3 conditions. Loan should be taken on or after 1/4/1999. Loan amount should be used for the purpose of construction or acquisition of the property. Such construction or acquisition should be completed within a period of 5 years from the end of the financial year in which the loan has been taken. Right? Yes, my dear lovable students, since all the condition has been satisfied, assessee is entitled to claim higher limit of how much lakh? 2 lakh instead of 30,000 rupees. Right, sir? Whenever you are dealing with 24B, please take care of ATEE and ATEEA. Chapter 6A deduction. Additional benefit on housing loan. Additional benefit on housing loan. Right, sir? But they have not said that loan has been sanctioned that particular period and all. So I am assuming that ATEE or ATEEA condition has not been. So I will not claim under the head chapter 6A that. Are you all really with me? That's it. Sir, my gross total income from 7,30,000, I have reduced 2 lakh. I will get 5,30,000. That means I have done intra-head adjustment. Inter-head adjustment. Inter-head adjustment. That means I have set off the loss of the house property against the income from salary. That is allowed under the optional tax regime, but that is restricted under the default tax regime. Right, sir? What a beautiful question. One question. How much knowledge you should have to solve this question, right? So, my dear lovable students, since I am traveling through the optional tax regime, are you really with me? Sir, deduction under what 6A? Chapter 6A. Deduction under? Contribution to PPF is 1,50,000, right? It can be claimed as deduction under NSE. And our own contribution to pension scheme. Sir, 80 CCD. We know the mathematical formula. 80C plus 80 CCC plus 80 CCD subsection 1 is equal to 80 CCE is equal to 1,50,000. Right, sir? This is whose contribution? Employee's contribution. So this will be covered under 80 CCD subsection 1. Yes, sir. So this 1,50,000 and this 50,000 should be restricted to how much lakh? 2 lakh. Hello, sir. 80D medical insurance premium. There are 2 categories are there. Set 1, set 2. For set 1, self, spouse and dependent children. What is the age of the assessee? 32, which is within 60. So it will be restricted to 25,000. Are you really with me? But parents dependent or not, set number 2. For father who's a senior citizen, restricted to 50,000. So total 50 plus 25, 75,000. Come on, man. Sir, 5,30,000 minus 1,50,000 minus 75,000 comes to 3,05,000. Are you really with me? But what is the total income here? 2,55,000. Hello, sir. Sir, own contribution to pension scheme. Yes, sir. Own contribution to what scheme? Sir, can I claim 80 CCD subsection 1B? Yes, sir. Up to how much? So, they have not claimed under 80 CCD subsection 1. They have claimed under 80 CCD subsection 1B. Whose contribution? Employee's contribution. Over and above 10% of the salary up to 50,000 rupees can be claimed as deduction under 80 CCD subsection 1B. Sometimes in examination, in that pressure, you may restrict to 1,50,000. Don't do that. Because for the employee's contribution, 2 sections are applicable. One is 80 CCD subsection 1 and another is 80 CCD subsection 1B. Right, sir? Now I am calculating the tax liability. We are experts in calculating tax liability. Right, sir? My dear lovable students, sir, what is the age of the assessee? 32. That means normal assessee. What route? Optional tax regime. Up to 2,50,000 nil. Right, sir? Sir, more than 2,50,000 to 5 lakh gap? 2,50,000. What is the rate? 5%. 2,50,000 varle. Only what? 5,000 is there. Into 5% comes to 250. Are you really with me? This is the normal tax payable at tax on tax surcharge. Is the total income exceed 50 lakh? There is no surcharge. Less marginal relief. Sir, since I have not paid surcharge, there is no question of what at all? Marginal relief at all. Clarity. Yes, less rebate under 87A. It is applicable only to resident individual whose total income does not exceed 5 lakh. Yes, sir. His total income does not exceed 5 lakh. The entire amount can be claimed as a rebate under section 87A. Total tax payable will be nil. Hello? They want to find out the least benefit, best benefit. Hello, sir. இதை விட ஒரு பெஸ்ட் இருக்கும்னு எனக்கு தோணலை. அப்படி சொல்ல முடியாது. ஏன்னா சம்டைம்ஸ் டிஃபால்ட் டாக்ஸ் ரெஜிம் போட்டு ரீஃபண்ட் வந்தா கரெக்டா இல்லையா? Are you ready with me? I have to do it. Can I? Always you do the optional tax regime first, because in optional tax regime, sir, all the deductions and exemptions are allowed. And when you go through one exemptions or deduction, you mark that this should not be taken in the default tax regime. Pakka. Will the basic salary change? Will not change. Will the transport allowance change? Will not change. Is HRA change? Will change. HRA will be fully taxable under the default tax regime. Right? Say second time. HRA will be fully taxable under the default tax regime. Right, sir? There is no exemption under section 1013A. Right, sir? Entire 2,40,000 will be taxable. The gross salary will be 10 lakh and 20,000. Right, sir? And government is saying that you are entitled to claim standard deduction under 16(1)(a). Only the standard deduction can be claimed under both the route. But entertainment allowance, professional tax can be claimed only under the optional tax regime. Cannot be claimed under the clarity. That means, but higher standard deduction of 75,000 can be claimed. There only 50,000 can be claimed. Here 75,000 can be claimed. Right? நல்ல கூத்து 2,40,000 ரூபாய்க்கு டாக்ஸ் வாங்கிட்டு 75,000 ரூபாய் டிடக்ஷன் ஆமா. Sir, there this 2,40,000 was not form part of my gross salary because I claim exemption under 1013. அதுவே பரவாயில்லை. ஏன்னா I got the standard deduction of 50,000. But here I am getting extra deduction of 75,000, 25,000. Totally 75,000, right? But look at the Anyayam. HRA is fully taxable. Hello. That's it, sir. Taxable salary is 9,40,000. Adu paravalle. Wow. Come to the income from house property. Under income from house property, you are having soap, lopa. Soap. There is no soap under the default tax regime. There is no soap under the default tax regime. Right? That to GAV will be nil, less LT bar MT will be nil, NAV will be nil, 30% of NAV cannot be claimed. Sir, there is no concept of IOBC at all under the default tax regime. That means under the default tax regime, ஒரே வீடு தான் இருக்கு. Lope. There is no concept of soap. My dear viewers, soap means self-occupied property and lope means let-out property. Because anyone is seeing this video for the first time, you may comment that what is soap, Lexus soap. No. Yes, sir. So the gross total income, my dear lovable students, is 9,45,000. 9 lakh? Yes, sir. Under chapter 6A, you cannot claim the chapter 6A except 80JJ. Yeah. Hello, sir. Online, if anyone is watching, type it. Sir, to that, sir, ATC அப்படி ஒன்றும் இல்லவே இல்லை. இதெல்லாம் எழுத வேண்டிய அவசியமே இல்லை. Correct? Yes, sir. So the total income will be 9,45,000. Comfortable? I am going to travel through the default tax regime. What is the age? Don't ask me the age. Under default tax regime, there is no relevance for the age. Whether you are normal person, senior citizen, super senior citizen, the basic exemption limit applicable will be 3 lakh. Sir, I forget that dance, rate dance. Are you remembering? 0%, 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%. Are you really with me? Yes, sir. 0%, 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%. Are you really with me? Sir, 3 to 7 lakh, 7 to 10 lakh, 10 to 12 lakh, 12 to 15 lakh, more than 15 lakh. Are you really with me? Yes, sir. Sir, what is the income? 9,45,000. 9 lakh. Up to 3 lakhs nil. 3 lakh to 7 lakh gap of 4 lakh. 4 lakh into 5%, 20,000. More than 7 lakh up to 10 lakh is 2,45,000. 2,45,000 into 10%. 24,500. So 20 plus 24,500 comes to 44,500. Right? Add. Surcharge. Tax on tax. Is there any surcharge? Is the total income exceed 50 lakh? No, sir. There is no surcharge, sir. Less marginal relief. Since there is no surcharge, there is no marginal relief. Right? Sir, less rebate under section 87A. The threshold limit is 7 lakh. How much lakh? Not 5 lakh. That is under the optional tax regime. This is default tax regime. What is the total income? 9,45,000. 9 lakh? So my dear lovable students, 9,45,000 is more than 7 lakhs. Right? That means you are not entitled to claim rebate under 87. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, add health and education cess of 4%. Total tax liability 46,280. You decide you want to pay 46,280 and yeah. Or optional tax regime without paying any tax. Sir, since the tax liability as per the normal provisions of the act is lower than the tax liability under the default tax regime under 115 BAC, it would be beneficial for Mr. A to shift out of the default tax regime under 115 BAC for assessment year 25-26. In this case, Mr. A is entitled to exemption under 1013A. In which case? Optional tax regime. Benefit of interest on housing loan in respect of SOAP and Chapter 6A deduction owing to which is in total income is reduced by 6,90,000. Logically right? His total income under the regular provisions of the act is less than how much lakh? 5 lakh, to which he become entitled to rebate under NIA. Hence, in this case, it is beneficial for Mr. A to shift out of the default tax regime under 115 BAC for assessment year 25-26. Right? What a beautiful opening question from computation of total income. I hope that we can proceed into the illustration number 2. My students, everything you should be able to appreciate or understand. If yes, anyone in online, inform me by way of your comments. I am moving into ICAI illustration number 2. Mr. Kadam is entitled to a salary of 41,000 rupees per month. So, my dear lovable students, 41,000 rupees into 12 comes to 4,92,000 is the annual salary. He is given up an option by the employer. Employer said something to Danda Kadam. Either to take HRA or rent-free accommodation which is owned by the company. He said that either I will give you HRA in cash. You find out the home. Sir, you live in that home. Hello, sir. The second one, I will not pay you HRA. You just come and stay in the RFA, rent-free accommodation. Understanding? Now the employee have to choose. Is RFA wa? HRA wa? There is going to be a fight between RFA and HRA. HRA amount payable was 7,000 rupees per month. Company will pay 7,000 rupees as HRA. With this 7,000 rupees, you have to find out a house. The rent for the hired accommodation was 6,000 per month at New Delhi. In New Delhi, for per month accommodation is 6,000 rupees. Still, you can enjoy 1,000 rupees with Pani Puri. Advise Mr. Danda Kadam whether it would be beneficial to him to avail HRA or rent-free accommodation. Give your advice, please. Advice. On the basis of the net take-home cash benefit. Assume Mr. Kadam exercise the option of shifting out of the what tax regime? Default tax regime under 115 BAC. If he shift out of the default tax regime, then only question itself valid. Because if he is saying that I will travel through the default tax regime, HRA under section 1013A will be fully taxable. He can't claim HRA deduction at all. Right? So, in order to apply this question, he should travel through. I am coming to the discussion of the answer. Man, computation of tax liability of Kadam, sir, under both the option. This is option number 1. This is HRA. This is option number 2. RFA, rent-free accommodation. Whether you travel through HRA option, whether you travel through RFA option, will the basic salary change or will not change? That means 41,000 into 12 comes to 4,92,000 and 4,92,000. Can I proceed? Perquisite value of the RFA. If you travel through the HRA route, RFA will not come. Yes, sir. Sir, if he is saying that, enak kasa HRA tara venda, enak vida kudutha podum, then that is a perquisite to the employee given by the employer. We have to value the perquisite. Sir, that perquisite is based upon three things. Sir, government employee, other than government employee. Government employee license we determined by the government. Other than government employee classified into three category. Accommodation owned by the employer. Taken on lease, provided in hotel. If accommodation is owned by the employer, it is based upon population. Population may be less than 15 lakhs. Population may be more than 15 lakh, up to 40 lakh. Population may be more than 14 lakh. If it is less than 15 lakh, then 5% of the salary. More than 15 lakh, up to 40 lakh, 7.5% of the salary. More than 40 lakh, 10% of the salary. Where he is staying? Delhi. Population is more than 40 lakh, metropolitan city. 10% of salary. 4,92,000 into 10% come to 49,200 is the value of perquisite. Sare, I don't want RFA. I want HRA. If I am traveling through HRA, sir, RFA will not be there. Sir, HRA received. Employer will give 7,000 into 12, 84,000, right? Since he is traveling through the optional tax regime, he is entitled to claim exemption under section 1013A, least of the three. Rent paid in excess of 10% of salary. Actual HRA received 50% of salary in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Calcutta, Delhi, Chennai, and 40% in other places. Come on, man. What is the rent really paid? 6,000. Correct? Into 12? 72,000. Right? I have to take rent paid in excess of 10% of salary. The 10% of salary is 49,200. Am I right? Up 72,000 minus 49,200 comes to 22,800 is the rent paid in excess of 10% of salary. What is the actual HRA received? 84,000. Next one, 50% of basic salary. 4,92,000 into 50% come to 2,46,000. Comfortable. The least of the three is 22,800. Right? So from 84,000, if you reduce 22,800, you will get the answer as 61,200 as a taxable perquisite. HRA. Taxable HRA. Inge paru kanna 49,200. Inge paru kanna 61,200. HRA is costly. HRA is. My dear lovable students, gross salary 5,53,200, 5,41,200. Right, sir? Sir, under both the option, I am traveling under the optional tax regime only. My standard deduction will be 50 and 50 only. Right? My net salary will be 5,03,200 and 4,91,200. Right? Sir, why there is an increase in salary in the option number 1 HRA? Because HRA is costly than the RFA. There is no chapter 6 given in the question. If they have given, I would have taken, my dear lovable students. So my total income, net income is 5,03,200 and 4,91,200. Comfortable? Now I am calculating tax on total income. What is the age given in the question? What is the age given in the question? No age. That means we can assume that normal person. Right, sir? Yes, sir. Up to 2.5 lakhs nil. 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakh at the rate of 5%. 12,500. 5 lakhs ke mele 3,200. 3,200 into 20% comes to 640. Sir, 12,500 plus 640. 13,140. Right, sir? Coming to the next person, sir, up to 2.5 lakhs nil. Sir, 4,91,500 minus 2,50,000 comes to 2,41,200. 800. 2,41,200 into how much percent? 5% comes to 12,060. In situation number 1, your total income exceed 5 lakh. You are not entitled to claim rebate under 87A. That means 13,140 will be taxable. Are you all really with me? Add health and education cess of 4%. So total tax liability 13,666 as per section 288A, 288B. I have to round off the tax to the nearest 10. That's why 13,670. Ennappa. Whereas Since my total income is less than 5 lakh, the entire amount, that means, sir, 12,500 or tax payable, whichever is lower, can we claim it as a rebate? Under section 87, no tax payable, right? Which is the best option? HRA, RFA. HRA, RFA. RFA, because under RFA, there is no, sir, important, very important, very, very important, cash flow statement for advanced accounting. Anga podradilla ingiyum kekram paru. You have to prepare the cash flow. Sir, if the employee opt HRA option, my dear lovable students, he will get 5,72,000 as inflow of salary. Because he will get 4,92,000 plus 84,000 HRA, right? Calculator, 4,92,000 plus 84,000 comes to 5,70,000. Idam 5,76,000. But if he is traveling through the RFA route, only scarce salary will come, then VEED will come. VEED is a non-cash item, right? So only basic salary of 4,92,000. But he gets HRA, he has to pay rent. How much rupees per month? 7,000 per month, 6,000 per month. Up 6,000 into 12 comes to 72,000 will go from his pocket, correct? And if he travel through the HRA route, tax is payable. Tax is 13,000 what 70. So the balance money available with him will be 4,90,330 will be the cash balance. And here 4,92,000 will be the cash balance, right? Since the net cash inflow under what option? RFA is higher than the option number 1. It is beneficial for Mr. Danda Kadam to avail option number 2. That means what? Free accommodation. Because question, what they are saying, look at, advise Mr. Danda Kadam whether it would be beneficial for him to avail what or what. Give your advice on the basis of net take home cash benefit. எந்த ஆப்ஷன்ல வீட்டுக்கு கேஷ் அதிகமா எடுத்துட்டு போக முடியுமோ அந்த ஆப்ஷனை சூஸ் பண்ண சொல்றோம். டாக்ஸ் மட்டும் பார்த்தா பத்தாது. புரியுதா? Yes, sir. That's the relevance of that. Assume Mr. Danda Kadam exercise the option of shifting out of the default tax regime under 115 BAC. I believe that you are able to appreciate or understand that question. Fantastic, wonderful. Hello. With your permission, can I move into the third question, man? Miss Charlie, American national, got married to Mr. Radhe of India in USA on 2/3/2024. That means Mr. Charlie got married to Mr. Radhe. Tudakam mangalyam tandunanena. Come on. And came to India for the first time on 16/3/2024. Oh, 2-3 marriage over 16/3 came to India. Don't analyze that. Come to the date. That is only relevant. My dear lovable students, he come to India in financial year 23-24. Sorry, that is not our financial year. Our financial year is 24-25. That means April 1 தேதியிலிருந்து இந்தியாவில் இருக்கான்னு இன்டைரக்டான மீனிங், ரைட்டா? She left for USA on 19/9/2024. She left USA 19. She returned to India again on 27/3/2025. She usually come only in March. Understanding? So from 1st April she was in India till 19/9 she was in India, but she, sir, go back and she came on 27. Sir, so we have to draw the timeline better, correct? Yes, sir. Manadu, come on. Simbu Manadu, pathirkiya? Timeline. That's time sutra அந்த படத்துல காட்டும். Yes, sir. My dear lovable students, sir, from 1/4/2024 till 31/3/2025. Sir, that madam was in India from 1st April, right, sir? When she left? 19/9/2024. Sir, the date of return should also be included while calculating the residential status. That means April, May, June, July, August, September. Stop on it. I don't agree with me. Yes, sir. April, how many days? 30 days. There is no amendment, no? Yes, sir. May, 31 days. June, 30 days. July, 31 days. August, 31. September, 19 days. Don't say 30 days. Good evening. My dear lovable students, total how many days she was in India? 172 days. Right? Then she again left and she came back on 27/3/2025. That means 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That's it, game over. How many days plus 5 days? That means 172 plus 5 comes to 177 days. எவ்வளோ இழுத்துட்டு 182 வருது இல்லை கரெக்டா? That means first basic condition has not been satisfied. Yes, sir. Then the only way is the second basic condition. Sir, sir, the assessee should be in India for at least 60 days during the 11 previous year. Yes, yes, sir. And 365 days in the 4 immediately preceding previous year. Right, sir? Yes, sir. No, sir. For first time to India. Said that first time. Ipada India ke varanga, right? That means in the last 4 immediately preceding previous year, she was in India for less than 365 days. That means she is a non-resident. Hello. For a non-resident, income received in India or deemed to be received in India, income accrued in or erased in India or deemed to be accrued or erased in India should only be taxable. Papa, enna connection? While in India, ஏதோ கோல்மால் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. She had purchased a showroom in Mumbai. Mumbai showroom she purchased on 30/4/2024, which was leased out to a company on rent of how much rupees per month? 25,000 per month. That means income is accrued or erased in India. You are liable to pay tax in India. From 1/5/2024, she has taken a loan from a bank for purchase of this showroom, on which bank has charged interest of 97,500 up to 31/3/2025. Hello. She had received the following cash gift, IFOS, from a relative and friends during 1/4/2024 to 31/3/2025. Right? From parents of husband, 51,000. First, my question, is husband relative? Yes, sir. Spouse. Is parents of husband? Yes, sir. Lineal ascendant, lineal descendant of the spouse. So, this is fully exempted. From married sister of husband. So, husband is relative. Brothers or sisters of the individual. Brothers or sisters of the spouse. Right? Hence, fully exempt. So, this is also relative. From very close friends of her husband. Tavarana செயல். Husband மட்டும் பாரு. Rupees 1,51,000 and 21,000. Total 1,72,000. This exceed 50,000. As per section 56, subsection 2, class 10, this is applicable to all assessee. If an assessee receive cash in aggregate of rupees 50,000, then the entire amount is taxable. Done. 1,72,000 will be taxable under the head NOS. Determine her residential status and compute the total income chargeable to tax along with the amount of tax liability on such income for assessment year 25-26. If she opt for the default tax regime under 115 BAC, Tanga Kodam is going to travel through the default tax regime. Hello. Opt out of default tax regime. இப்படி படிச்சா இப்ப புரியுதா எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணணும்னு? எஸ் சார், தப்பா படிச்சீங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி மேனேஜ் பண்ண வேண்டியதுதான். Opt out of the default tax regime. That means optional tax regime. என்னப்பா? Would a residential status undergo any change assuming that she is a person of Indian origin? And her total income from Indian sources 18 lakh. Chotta wala, badda wala. But and she's not liable to tax in USA. Ayyo, another. For another, Indian government is saying that you will be considered as deemed resident under section 6 subsection venne. Hello sir, what a beautiful application of direct tax. Don't miss this and all, man. I'm coming to the answer, man. Section 6 subsection 1. An individual is said to be resident in India in any previous year if he or she satisfy any one of the following condition. He or she has been in India during the previous year for a total period of how many days or more? Or he or she has been in India during the 4 years immediately preceding the previous years for a total period of 365 days or more and has been in India for at least 60 days in the previous year. Comfortable? If an individual satisfy any one of the conditions mentioned above, he or she should be treated as a resident. If both the above conditions are not satisfied, individual is a non-resident. We know all the story. If you satisfy one of the basic condition, then resident, none of the basic condition, then non-resident. Can I proceed? Therefore, the residential status of Miss Charlie, an American national, for assessment year 24-25 has to be determined on the basis of her stay in India during the previous year 24-25 and in the preceding previous years. Only she was in India for 175 days during the 11 previous year. Right? Or in the 4 preceding previous years, only 16 days was there. So total stay of the assessee during the previous year in India was less than 180 days. So first basic condition has not been satisfied. And during the 4 year preceding this year was for 16 days. Therefore, due to non-fulfillment of any of the 2 basic conditions, she would be treated as a non-resident for the assessment year 25-26. Right? Even though she is a non-resident, since the income has been accrued or arisen from India, she is liable to pay tax in India as per section 5, that is scope of total income. Computation of total income of Miss Charlie for assessment year 24-25. Income from house property for showroom located in Mumbai remained on rent, sir. From 1,500 to 31,300, 25,000 into 11 comes to 2,75,000 is the GAV, right, sir? In question, they have not mentioned that LT bar MT has been paid. So nil. So NAV will be 2,75,000, right, sir? So 30% of NAV is 82,500, right, sir? Is the assessee going to travel through the optional tax regime? Then only 24B will be allowed, 97,500. Am I right? So total 82,500 plus 97,500 comes to 1 lakh and you will be getting 95,000. That's it. That's it. Hello, sir. Now coming to IFOS, cash gift received from relative is chargeable tax as per 56 subsection 2 class 10. If the aggregate of such gift exceed how much? 50,000. Tappu. Cash gift received from relative. Sir, if any gift from relative is fully exempted, right? Yes, sir. Printing mistake, sir. Sir, 50,000 is received from parents of husband would be what? Exempt. Nothing will be taxable. Since the parents of the husband fall in the definition of relative. 11,000 received from married sister of husband is what? Exempt. Since sister-in-law falls with the definition of relative. Gift received from 2 friends of husband, tavarana sale, 1,51,000 and 21,000 aggregating to 1,72,000. This is in excess of 50,000. Entire amount is. So the total income is 2,67,000. Right, sir? Sir, computation of tax liability of Miss Charlie under the normal provisions of the act. Under what route she is traveling? Optional tax regime. What is the age given in the question? என்ன பார் எங்க பாருங்க deviate ஆவது எதுவும் பேசாது என்ன பார். Under the default tax regime, age is irrelevant. Under the optional tax regime, age is relevant only for resident, not for non-resident. If the assessee is a what resident? Non-resident, only one single basic exemption limit is there, 2,50,000. Alaga enjoy pandriya? That's why question does not give the age, my dear lovable students. Sir, 2,67,000. On that 2,50,000 is exempted. 2,50,000 to 2,67,000. What is the gap? 70,000. So 70,000 into 17,000 into 5% comes to 850. Sollade. Assessee is a non-resident. 87 rebate will not be applicable. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 87A rebate will be applicable only to a resident individual. Oh, yeah. If I go to the exam without revising this, loss. Yes, sir. Sir, our efforts will be accumulated here. நான் இங்க இருக்கும்போது நீ கம்ப்யூட்டேஷன் ஆஃப் டோட்டல் இன்கம் போடாம போடுறோம் கண்டுபிடிச்சதே நான் தான். சார் add health and education cess at the rate of 4%. So total tax liability 884. So total tax liability round off 4 ரூபாய் கவர்மெண்ட் சொல்றாங்க வேணாப்பா, pay 880. Comfortable? Actual rent received has been taken as the GAV in the absence of other information. Then other information, fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher or standard rent, whichever is lower. The answer is called as expected rent. Expected rent or actual rent received or receivable, whichever is higher. Municipal value, fair value, standard rent. In the question, if the aggregate value of the taxable gift received from non-relative exceed 50,000 during the year, entire amount received, the aggregate value of taxable gift received is, therefore the entire amount of 1,72,000 is taxable under 56 subsection 2 clause. Since Mr. Charlie Chaplin is a dash resident, for assessment year 25-26 rebate under 87A would not be available to her even though her total income does not exceed how much lakh? The tax liability of Miss Charlie would be same even if she opted to pay tax as per what? 115 BAC, since she would be eligible for deduction under 24B for interest on housing loan in respect of what property? Under the regular provision as well as the back provision. Hello sir. Because under the default tax regime, soap தான் போடக்கூடாது, லோப்பு போடலாம். Correct? That means even she travel through the default tax regime, she is entitled to claim deduction under 24B. Can I come to the residential status? வித்தியாசமா இருக்கு பாரு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரெசிடென்ஷியல் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் கண்டுபிடிச்சாதான் இது எல்லாமே பண்ண முடியும். டிஃபரெண்டா இருக்கு. ரெசிடென்ஷியல் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் ஆஃப் மிஸ் சார்லி இன் கேஸ் ஷீ இஸ் a person. Person of what origin? Another. Okay, another. Of total income from Indian source exceeds how much lakh? If she is a person of what origin and her total income from Indian source exceed 15 lakh, that is 18 lakh in her case, condition of stay in India for a period exceeding how many days? During the previous year, and 365 days for the immediately preceding previous year would be applicable for being treated as a resident. Hello? Comfortable? Sir. Why sir? Straight away we can call them as another. I will call them as another if they don't become resident under the above provision. First, I have to make or try to make them resident by applying the above mentioned provisions. Right? Since her stay in India exceed how much days? 120 days. In the previous year, 24. But the period of her stay in India during the 4 immediately preceding previous year is less than her residential status as per 6.1 would continue to be same. That is what resident. If 6.1 fails, apply 6.1A. Directly don't apply 6.1A. Further, since she is not a citizen of India, provisions of 6.1A deeming an individual to be citizen of India would not attract in her case even though she is a person of Indian origin and her total income from Indian source exceed 15 lakh. She is not liable to pay tax in USA. Therefore, her residential status would be dash in India. Inga va. Further, she is not a dash of India. Ajit kadavule. In order to treat him as an another, he should be an Indian citizen. Correct? Yes sir. Atipati. Nair. Atipati. Hello sir. Question specifically saying that. Go back the question, man. Sir, the wow. Mr. Charlie, a dash national, American national. அப்ப 6.1A யாருக்கு applicable ஆகும்னா இந்தியன் சிட்டிசனுக்கு தான் applicable ஆகும். ரைட்டா? I already highlighted. அஜித்தே கடவுளே. இப்ப now able to appreciate? Yes sir. So further, since he is not a citizen, provisions of 6.1A deemed as individual to be citizen of India would not be attracted in her case, even though she is a person of what origin and her total income from Indian sources exceed, she is not liable to pay tax in USA. Therefore, her residential status would be still non-resident in India for the previous year 24-25. Clarity. Super, fantastic. I am moving into the last question from the slot number 1. Dr. Niranjana. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir? What happened, man? Tukudora. Correct, Alia? Yes, sir. என் பொண்ணு பேர் ஸ்வேதா, என் பொண்டாட்டி பேர் நிரஞ்சனா, ஒத்தையாளா நிக்கிறேன்டா, போடுவா இன்டர்வல் டான் டான். Viswasam. Ajit, Kadavule, come on. A resident individual aged 60 years to is running a clinic. That Amma is aged 60 years, running a clinic. Her income and expenditure for the year ended March 31, 2024 is as follows. Come on, sir. They have given the income and expenditure. Hello, sir. Consultation and medical charges. Sir, is this PGP income? Yes, sir. It has to be credited in the P&L. They have correctly credited in the by income tax refund. Ayyo. Income tax refund is not a PGBP income. First of all, it is not at all an income. But if you got any interest on income tax, should be taxable under the head IFOS. By dividend from units of UTI, is this a PGP income? No, sir. This should be taxable under IFOS. By winning from game show of TV, net of TDS 15,000, total 35,000. This should be taxable under IFOS. Since it is credited to P&L account, net profit would have been increased. Appa 35,000 should be minus from PGBP. Gross income 35,000 plus 15,000, 50,000 should be included in the IFOS. By rent, IFHP. So other heads of income has been credited to the P&L account. Are you all really with me? Because of this credit, my net profit would have been increased. Increase aga koodadu. Minus panniko, respective head la include panniko. Come on. Medicine consumed allowed because hospital. Staff salary allowed hospital. Clinical consumable allowed hospital. Rent paid generally allowed hospital. Administration expense generally allowed. Ayyo, achacho. Amount paid to scientific research. Scientific research under section 35. Contribution to outsider under section 35 will not be allowed as a deduction under the default tax regime. அப்போ அம்மா எந்த ரூட்ல டிராவல் பண்றாங்கிறது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். If this is optional tax regime na can be claimed as a deduction. If this is default tax regime na should be disallowed, should be added back. Net profit has been given. Rent includes 30,000 paid by check towards rent of her residence house in Surat. That means out of this rent of 90, 30,000 is personal rent. Personal expenditure debited to P&L account should be enna back. Manasachi ellam add back panni. Clinical equipment are opening WDV 5 lakh and acquired by check 2 lakh. Sir, date has been given. First one more than 180 days. Second one less than 180 days. More than 180 days 15%. Sir, second one 7.5%. Right, sir? Sir, 5 lakh into 15% comes to 75,000. Comfortable? Then, my dear lovable students, 2 lakh into 7.5% comes to 15,000. So, 75 plus 15. 90,000 is the normal depreciation. She is not entitled for additional depreciation. In order to claim additional depreciation, assessee should be engaged in the production or manufacture of any article or thing. She is in clinic business. Rent received to property situated Surat. GRV is 27,000. Municipal tax 2,000 paid in December has been included in the administration expense. So inside this admin expense, that 2,000 is there. Should be enna back. And this can be claimed as a reduction under LT bar MT. Yes, sir. She received salary of 7,500 per month from full cure hospital, which has not been included in the consultation and medical charges. So in this figure, that salary is not there. Okay, fine. I will calculate the salary and I will reduce the standard deduction. Right, sir? Dr. Niranjana availed a loan of 5,50,000 from a bank for higher education of her daughter. She repaid principal of 1 lakh. No deduction. And interest there on 55,000 during deduction under ATE. Right? Comfortable? Provided if you are traveling through the... She paid 1 lakh as tuition fee, ATC. Not in nature of development fee or donation to university or full time. This can be claimed as deduction under ATC. An amount of 28,000 has been paid by check for her medical insurance premium, ATD. D stands for doctor. Medical insurance premium paid by check. What is her age? 60. Sir, first limit 50,000. But she paid only 28. Will be 28,000 rupees will be allowed. Correcta? From the above, compute the total income of Srimati Niranjana for the assessment year 24-25. Assuming that she has not opted to pay tax under 115 BAC. Optional tax regime. Correcta? That means everything can be claimed, including section 35. Computation of total income of Dr. Niranjana for the assessment year 25-26. Income from salary, basic salary, sir, 7,512. This is not a P&L account item, right? 90,000. Since she decided to travel through the what tax regime? Optional tax regime. Optional tax regime. Hello, sir. How much allowed? 50,000. So 90 minus 50, 40,000. Income from house property. GAV already given. How much? 27,000. Less LT bar MT. 2,000. NAV come to 25,000. Less 30%. 7,500. Comes to 17,500. Right, sir? Coming to PGBP. Net profit is 4,40,400. This rent received credited to P&L account. Because of crediting this rent in the P&L account, net profit would have been increased. Increase aga. That's why I am reducing. Dividend from units of UTI. This amount has been credited to P&L. Because of crediting this amount, net profit would have been increase aga kudadu. Right? Winning from game show on TV, net of TDS. Sir, only 35,000 is credited. I will reduce only 35,000, but under the head IFRS, I will include 50,000. Right? Income tax refund, I will reduce 5,450, but I will not include 5,450 under the head IFRS. I will include only 450 under the head IFRS. Comfortable? So this many reductions are less allowable expenditure. Depreciation, we already calculated 90,000. Comfortable? Sir, 100% deduction is allowable in respect of, sir, paid to scientific research, right? Because she is going to travel through the optional tax regime. Sir, so 75 plus 15 come to 90,000. So 3,62,450 minus 90,000, 2,72,450 is the subtotal till now, right? You tell me, personal rent debited to P&L account should be in the back. So that 30,000 should be added back, right? Unnecessary house property expenditure, house property LT bar MT paid to the P&L account should be in the back. That means that 2,000 also should be added back. So 30 plus 2,000 comes to 32,000. So the PGBP income will be 3,04,450. Comfortable? Whatever IFOS. Sir, interest on income tax refund 450 should be taxable under. Dividend from UTI should be taxable under. Winning from TV show gross should be taxable under. The gross total income including salary, house property, PGBP, capital gain and IFOS is 4,22,900. Under the heading ATC, tuition fee can be claimed as a. Under the head ATD, medical insurance premium, sir, since the assessee is 60 years of age, the upper limit will be 50,000, right? But since she paid only 28,000, 20,000 can be claimed it as a. Under ATE, interest on loan can be taken as a deduction, total 1,83,000. Comfortable? So the total income under the optional tax regime will be 2,39,900, right, sir? Principal amount received towards the income tax refund will be excluded from computation of what income? Na katnadane enak thirupi refund avurudhu. Adu na edhukku income kaatno, adu enoda income kadayadu. Interest received will be taxable under the head IF. Winning from game show would be grossed up for chargeability under the head NOS. Therefore, while computing tax liability, TDS of 15,000 should be deducted to arrive at the tax payable, right? Winning from game show are subject to tax at the rate of 30%. Dr. Niranjana will not be eligible to deduction under 80GG. Rent paid but not HRA. Govinda. As she owns a house property in Surat, a place where she is residing as well as carrying on profession. That means she's paying, already she's having house property, correct? Then if she pays any rent, she's not entitled to claim deduction under 80GG. 80? That's it with regard to the first 4 questions of the computation of total income. Are you all really with me? What you are supposed to do here is try the 4 question, my dear lovable students, and proceed to the next 3 or 4, the slot number 2. If you are listening, sir, your ears will know, your hand will not know. If you do, you will get lot of doubts. That is called a settlement. Are you all ready with me? So in the coming slot, my dear lovable students, we'll be talking about the another 3 to 4 question. Online lovable students, if you are enjoying, inform me by way of your enjoyment. Sir, without writing, don't proceed to the next video. We'll meet at the appropriate time. Thank you. Bye bye from ANM.